Hi. Okay, today's practice is going to be an open level flow class. So it's not beginner, but it's certainly not super advanced. If you come to my open level flow at No Yoga No Bliss on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:15, you can definitely handle this class. It might be a little bit more fast paced than you're used to, but you will know every single pose and you'll know what I'm doing. So just try to keep up. If you come to my congregational yoga class, congregational church yoga, this class might not be for you. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and it's definitely going to be fast paced. In that case, you're certainly welcome to try it, or you can just go do one of my other videos. I have beginner level 1 hour basic yoga, and then I think I have a beginner flow. That might be more for you. But I say try it, and if it doesn't work, you can always switch to a different class. So here we go. We're going to start at the top of the mat. Tadasana, we're going to take 3 sun breaths. Inhale, arms around and up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, rise up. Press into those feet. Reach the fingertips up and exhale, big circle around. Back to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hands back around. Okay, last sun breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, please. Nice and tall. Exhale, hands back around. All right, Surya Namaskar A. This is sun salutation, A variation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Lower down through your vinyasa, please. Exhale, upward facing dog. 5 breaths in down dog. I said exhale upward, I meant exhale downward. Feel free to jog out the feet, right? First down dog, walk it out a little bit. Reach the chest towards the thighs. And breathe. 1 more breath. Next inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, come to the front of the mat and fold over. Inhale, scoop the arms around and up. And then exhale those hands back to heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Stay and breathe. Notice my spine is nice and long. My hips are lifted. My heels are not touching the mat. That's my body. Your heels might. But if they touch the mat and you've rounded like I have, then lift them up and lengthen that spine. 1 more breath. Next, inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, come to the front of the mat, fold over. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands back around. Moving on, Surya Namaskar B. Make sure everything is together. When you do chair pose, you need to have the lower half of your body all together. Inhale, sink your seat down, graze the mat. Utkatasana, squeeze the knees and thighs together. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, move through. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale it between your hands. Rise up, warrior 1. Exhale the hands down. Step back to plank. Push back to down dog or move through. Left leg lifts. Exhale between your hand. Got hair on my mat. Come to warrior one. Rise up. Turn those hips forward. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Lower down. Move through. And meeting in downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Use your down dog as a time of rest. Keep reaching the heels back and down, chest back. And breathe. One more breath. Bend the knees. Oh no, I broke my necklace. Come forward. Fold over. Bring the feet and heels together. Inhale, sink your seat down. Chair pose. Exhale, back to Tadasana. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to add on, mix it up, play around a little bit. Inhale, sink your seat, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank, hold. Find your plank. Nice long spine. Notice my hips are not sinking too much, right? And they're not up too much. They're about hip, shoulder height. Stay and hold. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bend that knee, open that hip, gaze under that right armpit. Bring the right leg forward between the hands. Warrior one. Hips, shoulders, upper body, turn to the front of the room. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, open the shoulders up. And then drop the head down. Shoulder on the inside of that knee, humble warrior. Arms can come up. Rise back up. Release the bind. Hands to the waist. Pivot onto the ball of that back foot. We're going to come into warrior three. So hinge forward on that front leg. Lift the back leg, keep that left hip squared down. Hands can stay on the waist. They can come out to the side, or they can come in front of you. Okay, I'm a little wobbly, that's okay. Drop the back foot down, press back up, warrior one. Exhale the hands down, step back to plank, hold it. Pull the belly in, heels back, shoulders back. Lower down. Up dog. And then down dog. Okay, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open that hip, look under that left shoulder. Bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Warrior one. Rise up, nice and strong. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, open the heart up, gaze up. And then come forward into your humble warrior, dropping the head, shoulders can lift. Feel free to modify however you need to if you have any type of injuries going on. Rise up, please. Hands back up. All right, bring the hands to the waist. We're going to pivot onto the ball of that back foot. Find your drishti, something in front of you. Forward and down. Coming into warrior three. Pop forward. Keep that right hip square down. Arms can come out to the side. movement shifts your balance, so be mindful of that, or arms forward. Hands back to the waist, drop the leg. Warrior one. Hands down, step back to plank, and let's just move right through. And exhale. Downward facing dog. This is a good time for child's pose. If you feel like it, simply drop onto the knees, come down. This is child's pose. Or you can stay in down dog with me for a couple refreshing, rejuvenating breaths. If you are in child's pose, make your way back to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come to the front of the mat, fold over, make sure your feet are together, knees together, sink your seat, chair pose. Exhale, rise up, arms around. All right, I'm going to come into chair again. So adjust your clothing as needed. Inhale, sink your seat, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center, we're taking a twist over to the right first. Elbow on the outside. Gaze down at your knees, keep that left knee pulled back. It wants to pop forward. Now look down at your feet, bring the weight into that right foot. You're going to come back with that left foot for Revolve Lunge. Find something to stare at. Find your drishti. Release the twist, rise up, high lunge. Settling in. Exhale the hands down, keep the left hand down, right arm peels open for a twist, keep those hips low. And then hand back down, pop forward, fold over. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. And exhale, hands back around. Okay, chair pose again. Bring your feet and knees and thighs together. Inhale, sink your seat down. Graze the mat with your fingertips. Utkatasana. Hands to heart center. Take your twist over to the left. Take a look down at your knee. That right knee wants to pop forward. Gaze down at your feet. Balancing on the left foot, that right foot shoots back. Revolved lunge. Release the twist, rise up. High lunge, Alana. Exhale the hands down, right hand stays down, left arm peels open for a twist. Check out my arms here. It's a nice long line from the top fingers to the bottom, right? My hand's not here. We're here. Hand down, pop to the front. Fold over. And then rise up. And exhale. Back around. All right. Now we're going to do a moon salutation, which is one of my favorite little moving meditations here. All right. Inhale, around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot comes back. Drop onto the knee, low lunge. Exhale, hands down. Curl the back foot, lift the knee, come back to plank, move through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward. Drop onto the left knee. Low lunge. Exhale the hands down, back foot comes to the front. Fold over. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands back. To heart center, let's do the other side. Inhale, around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Left foot comes back this time. Drop the knee. Low lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Move through. Meeting in downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. Drop the right knee. Low lunge. Sink those hips forward. Exhale, hands down. Back foot to the front. Fold over. And an inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands back to heart center. Okay, wonderful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank and stay. We're going to take a side plank first on the right. Right hand moves under the face. Stack the hips, stack the ankles. Opposite arm lifts. Keep those hips lifting. Take any variation you want. I'm going to go into sort of a tree pose here. And then drop the hand, just roll right into the other side. Make sure that left hand comes under the face first. Okay, that puts you in alignment. Top arm is in line with the bottom arm. Any variation. Good, strong core. It's hard to do a whole class and teach. All right, drop it down. Press back to down dog. If you want to move through, I'll wait. Go ahead. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale it to the front of the mat. Come into warrior two. Back foot spins down. Okay, so this is what you're going to look like. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, gaze up. Exhale, sink. Take a reverse warrior. Come back to warrior two. Side angle, I always start out with a hand on my thigh. Back to warrior two. Again, inhale. Exhale. Reverse. Warrior two. Side angle, forearm on the thigh, or feel free to bring that hand down to either side of that leg. Open the chest. Rise back up. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. Reverse. Back to warrior two. Last side angle, whatever variation you want. And rise back up. Hands to the waist, straighten the leg. Triangle pose. This is too wide. Step up. Step up. Okay, Trikonasana, when you're ready, you guys know it. Go for it. Reach forward, down, and up. Don't put too much weight in the bottom hand. Top arm is reaching, fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. Gaze is up at the thumb or to the side of the room if it's bothering your neck. Maybe you want to take that bottom hand and bring it to your heart. Maybe you want to take the top hand and bring it over on top of the heart as well. Engage your core, lift yourself up. Cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank. We're going to move through, meeting in downward facing dog. Okay, a couple of breaths here. Sort of catch our breath. Recenter our focus. Okay, left leg lifts. Bring it to the front of the mat. Find your warrior two. Back foot spins down. Cartwheel those arms open. Good. Really good. Okay, inhale, straighten the leg, arms up. Exhale, sink. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And side angle. I always like to start it with my hand and my arm on my leg. And then rise up again. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms up. Exhale, sink. reverse warrior, come back to warrior two, side angle. You can bring that hand down now to either side of that front foot. Keep that chest spinning open. And then rise back up. Last one, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two and side angle. Any variation? I like this one. I feel it right over my thigh here. I mean my hip. And then rise back up. Straighten that front leg, hands to the waist, triangle pose. This is too wide. Feet to feet, it's too wide. Step up a little bit. Okay? Better. Arms reach forward and back. Front hip draws in, reach forward, come down, peel open. Beautiful Trikonasanas, beautiful triangle. No strain on the neck. Tuck the chin down if you feel any strain on the neck. Maybe look to your side. Bring the bottom hand to your heart if you like. Top hand on top of it. Continue to open the heart up. Open that shoulder back. And then rise up. Hands to the waist and just step up to the front of the mat. Okay, good job. So let's come into a tree pose. Let's do a balance pose. Just checking my time. Okay, so pick a leg to balance on. We're going to start on that leg. I always like to balance on the right leg first, but you do whatever you feel like. Arm, leg comes out to the side. Find something to stare at in front of you when you're ready. Find your triangle. I'm going to stay low like this. Hands to heart center. And just know that every day is different, right? Inhale the arms up. So some days, maybe you feel like you got this balance thing down. Other days you're wobbly. It's okay. Part of yoga is practicing non-attachment. So we practice yoga without any attachment to the result, without any attachment to how well we're doing the poses. I put well in air quotes if you weren't looking. Okay, so just being on your mat and practicing your version of yoga is good enough. Hands come down to heart center, to your waist, and slowly drop that leg down. Okay, shake it out a little bit. It can be a lot on the standing leg. Okay, other side. Bring that opposite foot out. Find your your chair. No, your tree. Hands to heart center. I wish I knew how to make a blooper reel and edit this. It'd be pretty funny. Arms up. The kids yelling in the background. And the other day I did partial video and the dogs came storming in and I had to start over. Standing up nice and tall. Pull the belly in. Feel your core working. And then hands back to heart center, knee forward and down. All right, good job. So if you have a block handy, you might want to just kind of put it by the side of your mat so that it's available to you if you want it. We're going to come into triangle forward fold and then revolve triangle. So what we're going to do is we're going to step back with the right foot, I don't know, about a little shorter than a leg's distance. Hips are forward. Okay, you guys know this if you've been practicing a while. Bring your hands behind you and either come into reverse prayer. That's not in my wheelhouse, but you're going to come into reverse prayer up your back, or fist to fist, or you can grab opposite elbows. I'm going to do that. Inhale, gaze up, and then exhale, we're folding forward over this front leg. Drop the head, press into that back foot so the front leg is not taking the most brunt here. And keep pulling that left hip back. So the right foot is back. You keep pulling that left hip crease back. And then drop your hands down on either side of this front leg. If you would like, you could take your blocks if it feels more comfortable to you. Don't forget there's 3 heights, small, low, medium, and high. Okay? And just give yourself a little bit of support. Try not to bend this knee unless you absolutely have to. I'm having left knee and hamstring issues, so I'm going to have a little bend in mine because I don't want to further injure myself. Okay, now we're going to take our right hand, you're going to bring it across to the left pinky, to the pinky toe side. This is where a block can come in handy. Hand on the block, open up for revolved triangle pose. This is a really good posture if you're having any sort of sciatica problems or low back problems. It really gets into that spot. Hard to stay in balance a little bit. Do the best you can. Press into that right foot. And then gently lower the hand down. Fold over that leg one more time. Bring the hands to the waist. Lift the head, straighten the back, and rise up. Come to the front. And we're just going to switch sides. So then you're going to come back with that left foot. Okay, kind of on railroad tracks, maybe heel to heel, depending on how open you are. Hips are squared forward. So this is too far. Okay, this is way too far. You want to be more like when you're in triangle pose. Hips are squared forward. Come into whatever position on your back with your arms. Inhale up, exhale, fold over this front leg, pulling that left hip back a little bit and folding over. Try to keep the eyes open. I know the impulse is to close them, but try to keep the eyes open, find a fixed point. Try to find a little meditation in all of these poses, a little serenity. Release the hands down. Again, feel free to use blocks if you want. Fold over. Maybe you can fold a little further now that you have some support here with your hands. And then grab that block. If you're using it, place it on the pinky toe side of that front foot. I want the palm completely down as you twist your body open. Revolved triangle. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Really press into that back foot, press into the front foot. I feel this all down here. Rotating the upper body around. Try to keep the hips in line. Couple more breaths here. And then gently drop that top hand down, fold over. I'm going to move my block. Inhale the hands to the waist, lift the head, and rise up. Well done. Hands back to heart center. Okay, just step back with the right foot, please. Come into a high lunge. Just step it back. Inhale the arms up. All right, exhale the hands down. Drop onto the back knee. We're going to come into a half split. Sitting back like this, flex that foot, bring it forward. Okay, do this, then we'll come into full split if that's your thing. First, the prep. Notice how my hips are still above. I'm not sitting on my heel. Now, if you'd like to come into your full version of Hanumanasana, I always use a block. Maybe you don't need a block. Maybe you want to try it. Whatever your variation is, you can stay in prep. You can absolutely stay in prep. I'm going to go back to prep. Stay if you're in full. I'm going back to prep. It's my left side. Like I said, I have some hamstring things going on. I don't want to push it too much. And then come forward. We're immediately going to come into lizard pose. You're bringing both hands on the inside of that front leg. Drop onto the forearms. If this is not accessible for you, use 2 blocks on any height. Okay, but use 2, not 1. Even though I can get my forearms down, I'm doing a lot of yoga since the coronavirus stay in place or shelter in place. So I'm going to be a little kinder to myself today and not push it so much. Drop the head. And then slowly make your way out. Lift the block, move the blocks. Keep your right hand down, your left toes, turn them out to the left. Bring your Left hand on the inside of that thigh and press that thigh away for a little juicy, delicious counter stretch. Come onto the pinky toe side of that foot so you can let that whole foot lift up. And then release that. Curl the back toes in. Lift. Come forward. Fold over. Heel toe the feet out a little bit. Come into ragdoll. Belly kind of comes between the thighs. Tip forward into the balls of the feet. Look at your feet. Make sure they're parallel. Take the head around. And then drop the hands. Heel toe the feet back together. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold over. And then rise up. Nice and strong. Exhale the hands back to heart center. All right, we're going to do the other side now. Left leg comes back. High lunge. Alana. Find it. Hips are forward. Exhale the hands down. Back knee drops. Find your half split. Okay, do the half split. Split prep even if you're going to come into a full split. Fold over that front leg. Now if you'd like to move further into your full variation, go ahead. It's not ever so graceful to get into. I always use a block. Put it under my butt. Some people put it under their thigh. I guess as long as you're supported, that doesn't make me feel as supported as putting it under my seat. But if your body is physically not touching the mat when you're opening up your legs in a split, put something under there so that you're not holding your body up. You're never going to open up. You're never going to get to full split. Well, this is full split. You're never going to get to be on the mat if you don't use blocks and allow your body to settle into this new stretch. And then before you know it, maybe the block comes on a low height and then you're on the floor. Okay, slowly come on out of this. Move your block. Sink that leg forward, lizard pose, hands on the inside. And then come down onto your forearms. Use blocks, 2 blocks if you're using blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. 1 under each arm. Try not to let this leg kind of wing out. So pull it in. So for me today, usually I can get my forearms down. I need the medium height. That's okay. Keep that leg glued into the arms. Don't let it wing out. Feels easier, right, when it wings out, but don't let that happen. And then slowly come on up, move the blocks. Left hand stays down. Right toes move to the right. Right hand on the inside of that thigh. Press it away and feel free to gaze up. And then release that. Come back to the front. Fold over, please. Inhale, rise up. Palms touch, and then exhale, hands back around. Okay, coming down to the floor now. Legs are extended. Dandasana pose. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the heart through the shoulders, hands to the side. Flex those toes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Reach for the toes. Grab them in Yogi Toe Lock if you have that ability. Otherwise, you could grab the calves or the shins or the ankles, whatever it is. Whatever you have, reach, heart forward, and then exhale, fold over. Seated forward fold. Every inhale, try to lengthen the body a little bit, and every exhale, try to fold forward even a little more. Think of this as folding forward, not necessarily down. Now take your left hand, bring it on the outside of that right foot. I'm starting on the left so that you could see me completely. And then open that up. If you have a strap, you can use a strap, or you can certainly hold your calf. Open up. fold over. Let's go right into the other side. And then open up. This side is a little tighter for me. And then fold over. Good job. Inhale, rise up. Hug the knees in. All right, Baddha Konasana. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. Knees are out to the side. You want to have a nice long spine. Hinge yourself forward. Okay, keep the head in line. Okay, notice my head's not dropped, right? Keep it forward. You can take your elbows and press the knees down if you want. If this bothers your knees in any way, I have to put a little thing there because of my knee. And then release it. Straighten out those legs. Fold over one more time, little counter stretch. And then sit up. Okay, Bohtan, reverse plank, hands behind you, fingers facing your seat. Legs are straight. Feel free to do reverse tabletop if this is not for you. When you inhale, you're gonna lift the hips, balls of the feet come forward towards the floor. Lift up. We'll do 1 for 5 breaths. That's 3. That's 4. 5. Slowly come down. Slowly fold forward. Counter stretch here. Feels so good. And then come and sit up. Okay, so let's bend that right leg up, please. Make sure there's a palm's distance between the foot and the leg, and bring the foot as close to the seat as possible. Reach that right arm forward, grab hold of that foot, fold over. If you can use both hands to grab, that's fine too. If you have a bind in your practice, I may or may not have it today, you can do that as well, and just fold over. Shavasana. And then release. We're just going to take a twist now. You're going to adjust that leg. Take a twist over to the right. Sitting up nice and tall. Keep that straight leg active. Feel free to also hug the leg in. And then release it. Bring opposite leg up. Again, make sure there's a palm's distance and you want that shoulder on the inside. That's why we do the palm's distance. Left hand reaches forward for that leg, straight leg. Opposite arm can grab it too. Fold over, stay here. If you have a bind in your practice, I may not on this side. If you have a bind, go for it. If you don't, you can stay where I am, or you could also have your opposite arm down and fold over that way too. And release. We're going to twist over to the left. I'm going to hug this knee in. Breathe into the sensations, wherever you're feeling it. We're almost done. And then release, straighten that front leg. All right, open up the legs, Upavista Konasana. Open up those legs. Toes point towards the ceiling. See how I have my hands behind me? I'm hinging my hips, so I'm tilting my hip forward. Walk your hands forward. Flat back. Going where you go. And then walk the hands to the right, fold over the straight leg. Right hand on the foot or the ankle. Open up the chest, opposite arm comes across. And then release that, fold forward again. Walk over to the left leg, fold over. Left hand on the foot, or maybe you want to bring the hand in front for a little anchor. open up the chest and try to reach for the opposite leg. Top arm is straight. And release, come and sit up, legs together. Come down onto the mat, please. Lying down. All right, take out your ponytail if it's bothering you. Hug the knees into the chest, please. Lift the legs up to the ceiling. Flex those feet, hands by your side. Can you see me? All right, lever pose, 5 lever poses. On your inhale, lift those legs up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the legs down, one long line just to hover. And then inhale, back up. Feel free to go one leg at a time if you like. When you're done with 5, hug the knees in. We'll meet with knees hugged in. Okay, I'm done. Hug the knees in. I'll wait for you if you're not done. You can roll a little from side to side. All right, bring those knees in. Drop them over to the right. Try to keep the knees as close to your face as possible. Left arm comes out to the side. Use a blanket underneath your shoulder if it's lifting. Stay and breathe. If you want more, you can straighten that top leg, grab the toe. You can even grab the opposite leg behind you like I'm doing. As an example, take whatever twist feels good. And then come through center, hug it in, go the other side. Right shoulder stays down. Breathe into those spaces that you're feeling it. Send some breath there. Really, really, really helps. Again, take whatever variation of this you feel your practice demands. And come back to center, please. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's take a happy baby. Grab the pinky toe sides of your feet. Bring those knees in towards your armpits. So to the best of your body's ability, you want the knees inside the arms, not the other way around. Stay here. Maybe rock a little. Drop the left leg down in a straight line. Pull that right foot in. Pull that right knee in. Maybe you take your left hand and press that opposite leg away. Press that left leg away. And then switch sides. We'll have happy baby. Full happy baby. One last time. Oh, we didn't do an inversion. All right, let's do a headstand. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So if you have a headstand practice, just go right into it. If you want to do dolphin pose, which is headstand prep, you can do that as well. I'm going to just do headstand. Try to get 10 nice breaths up in your headstand. Take a child's pose, and we'll meet in Shavasana. If you want to go to the wall and do your headstand, you certainly can. So finding your breath here, find something to stare at if you're up in a headstand, right? Finding your drishti is always super important when you're in a balance. Cradling the head, pressing into the forearms. Engaging the shoulder girdles. Breathing through it. Finding a place of meditation. And then we're slowly going to come out of it. I'm going to try to come out super slow. This is where I'm working. This is where my work is, right here. I'm going to tuck. And then, oh, come on down. So good for you. Child's pose, any variation. Couple of breaths. And then we are going to come into Shavasana. So find your lying down position. I have a little blanket with me. I like to put that over my midsection with a block, a little bit of weight. It helps calm the nervous system and can really give you a nice experience in Shavasana. So find your place of comfort. I'm going to do a very short little meditation just so it's not completely silent. Move the head from side to side. Move the feet from side to side. Slow your breath. So breathing in and out through your nose, very slow and gentle. Each breath in, say a moment of gratitude for something in your life. And each breath out, send that gratitude out into the universe. I am grateful for my family. Send it to the universe. I am grateful for my health. Send it to the universe. I am grateful for yoga. Send it to the universe. Do about 5 more in your own brain, your own mind. And wiggle the fingers and the toes. If you need more of a Shavasana, then just stay. Come out when you're ready. Slowly bend each knee in towards your chest. Roll to your right side. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Reclose your eyes if they've opened. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands together at heart center and bow your chin. Thank you for coming to practice yoga with me today. This was my yoga practice as well. Every video I put up is also my practice for the day. So I want to thank you for joining me. This is my gift to you because I know how much yoga helps. I know how much yoga can get us through this. Being shelter in place, hopefully no one that you know is sick or not feeling well. And if they are, I send out some healing love, send out some healing thoughts, send out some healing vibes to those that are affected. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be kind to each other, smile, and eat your leafy greens. That's my thing. Namaste. I am a health coach first and foremost, right? So that's where that comes from. Thank you all.